But there wasn't that firehouse.
Tighten up, tighten up. Make room for more to come in.
Down now.
Just stay on your bike. Stay on your bike. Stay with your bike.
But there wasn't that firehouse.
Tighten up, tighten up. Make room for more to come in.
Down now.
Just stay on your bike. Stay on your bike. Stay with your bike. Kyron, come back. Come back and grab something.
When there's outside before in the front where you check in, out in the outside portico, there were 2 ducks on the ground looking for food. Sorry. Still recording? A nice picture.
Yeah, well, the one with, you know, that kind of rearranged for I'll see if that works for him to do that.
It scared me. I'm like, what the hell?
Hey, think every day.
See by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2018 National EMS Weekend of Honor. Each year, 3 organizations, the National EMS Memorial Service, the National EMS Memorial Foundation, who is working on a permanent memorial, and the National EMS Memorial Bike Ride, or the Muddy Angels, come together to create this weekend. My name is Janet Williams, and I am the president of the National EMS Memorial Service. On behalf of the board of directors and all of the organizations, I would like to express our deepest condolences to the families and EMS families of those we honor here this weekend. It is our sincere hope that we provide for you this weekend a forum for healing and an avenue of hope. The Weekend of Honor is an all-volunteer effort Literally hundreds of individuals and organizations have come together from across the nation to support you this weekend. We hope you feel their presence and gain strength from our collective hearts. It is incredibly important to each of us that we honor those who have given their all to EMS and then sadly leave us. In fact, many of our volunteers have lost loved ones in the line of duty and have come back here to help you this weekend and have an understanding of your loss like no other. Tonight, we open our weekend of honor and welcome the bike riders. We are grateful to the hundreds who have been a part of the multiple legs of the 2018 National EMS Memorial Bike Ride, and especially the East Coast ride that has just been completed here, and the southern route of the ride that will continue on Sunday. It is no small feat what these muddy angels, amazing muddy angels, have accomplished over the past many days and continue to accomplish each year. Muddy Angels, we know you carry the dog tags of those we honor with pride. Families, please know that the Muddy Angels will continue honoring your loved ones long after their bikes go home. To the families, know your loved ones have given us precious gifts, not only in what they did while they were here with us, but also their stories allow us to heal and to find lessons learned if we choose to see them. While your loved ones were here with us, they taught us, they responded with us, and they gave their best and made the ultimate sacrifice. After this weekend, we continue to tell their stories in the hopes of making things better and to find safety and safety for others. We know that telling their stories of the previous year's honorees have had a meaningful impact, not only in healing, but in material change in how we deliver EMS in this country. Some of the loved ones have changed laws already to improve line-of-duty death benefits. Others have made improvements in communications, equipment, and vehicle design. And still others help us understand what support we still need to provide for those who survive. To our volunteers, especially those families who have come back after they've lost their own loved ones in previous years, you share a unique bond that cannot be described. Thank you for paying it forward this weekend in a way only you can. To those of you in EMS, we know you all came here from across the country, and in most cases on your own dime, on your own time. You volunteer with only honor in mind, and it doesn't matter what patch you wear before you get here. The boundaries of first due, or north or south, or air or ground, or paid versus volunteer simply don't matter. Divisions dissolve and we all become one EMS family this weekend. Thank you for your service and your profound respect for these families that you carry forward beyond today. Thank you to each of you for being here and for being patient with us as we dealt with the weather as well and had to change around the weekend a little bit. We're forever grateful whether your impact is big or small. It will be remembered long after today. I'd like to introduce now Dr. Richard Alcorda, who is the State EMS Medical Director and Acting Co-Executive Director of the Maryland Institute for Emergency Medical Services Systems.
Good evening. It's an honor and a privilege to be here with the Mud Angels and the family members, friends, colleagues of fallen EMS field providers. As the acting co-executive director, myself and Pat Gaynor are delighted to be here representing the state of Maryland, but also advocating for EMS providers across the nation. We welcome all of you to observing the fallen EMS providers on this National EMS Memorial Bike Ride. On behalf of the Governor, Larry Hogan, I would like to welcome you all to Maryland as well. The Governor has honored this event by declaring today National EMS Memorial Bike Rider Day in Maryland. And in so doing, allow me a moment to read the proclamation, because it applies to each and every one of you and every EMS provider, friend, and family member that has delivered EMS and those that have passed. National EMS Memorial Rider Day, May 18. Whereas the 2018 National EMS Memorial Bike Rider honors EMS services personnel by organizing and implementing a long-distance cycling event that memorializes and celebrates the lives of those who serve every day, those who have been sick or injured while performing their duties, and those who have died in the line of duty. And whereas the National EMS Bike Ride supports the National EMS Memorial Service in its tireless effort to recognize the losses of peers and to support it gives to the families of our lost brethren. And whereas the 2018 National EMS Memorial East Coast Bike Ride began May 12th in Boston and travels to National Harbor, where you stand today, on this day have traveled all the way through Maryland. And whereas the group focuses attention on the accomplishments of all EMS personnel and educates the community at large about the need for improved safety standards, injury prevention, disability tracking, and death benefits for the EMS personnel and their families. And where EMS, the group promotes healthy lifestyles for EMS providers through physical activity and nutrition, and whereas all Marylanders benefit daily from the knowledge and skills of the highly trained individuals, it is appropriate to recognize the value and the accomplishments of emergency medical services providers by designating this day. Now, therefore, Lawrence J. Hogan, Jr., Governor of the State of Maryland, do hereby proclaim Maryland 2018 as National EMS Memorial Bike Rider Day in Maryland, and do urge all citizens to join in this celebration. For years, the National EMS Bike Ride has been honoring America's EMS providers who have given their lives in the line of duty. Today's event is being held just prior to the National Emergency Medical Services Week. The theme for the EMS Week this year is EMS Strong, Stronger Together. Our EMS providers are stronger together. We also need to remember that EMS providers need to care for each other. The well-being and support of their fellow providers is important and critical to each and every one of us and those that we share our professional careers with. Each year at this time, we recognize the dedication and life-saving work our EMS providers do. But today, we are honoring those that have given the ultimate sacrifice in service. We're here to pay tribute to those that we all and we will all hear their names shortly. Please remember all of these individuals and their families in your thoughts and prayers, as well as we all provide the best quality EMS service we can on a daily basis. These individuals that have lost their lives would want us to do so. Now I would like to turn the program over to Brian Shaw. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alcorta, and please extend our gracious recipient to the Governor of Maryland as well. Once again, I'm Brian Shaw, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as the president of the National EMS Memorial Bike Ride. The cyclists you see before you this evening were known as the Muddy Angels. You might think, well, why Muddy Angels? What are Muddy Angels? Well, if you watched the weather this past 7 days, we have definitely been muddy. You know, the angel, we're not the angels. We're riding for the angels. Each one of your loved ones who cannot be with us here today, they're the true angels. And just with the weather, you know, we encountered lots of rain over the past week. It wasn't rain falling upon our bikes. It wasn't rain falling upon our heads. We felt that was tears of the angels, your angels watching over us. Because in EMS, you know, we're very humble. And we don't receive a lot of honor and awards. And when we do, sometimes we don't know how to react. And we feel that the angels that we have been riding for this past week have been very touched, and we know they've been very touched. Our riders have been very touched. You know, I'd like to share a little story. You know, we have 79 honorees that every one of us are riding for, many who we have never met before. Others that we're looking forward to meeting and talking to the families here this evening and throughout the weekend. You know, we had an unfortunate event with one of our riders who went down, received some minor injuries, and was very upset, was in pain. As she was being loaded into the ambulance, she took off the dog tags. Every one of our riders, we ride with the names of our honorees on the dog tags. And she handed it to another rider. She says, take these tags to the memorial service. I'm not going to be able to make it, but these tags deserve to be there. That's what it's about when we become part of this organization, riding for people who have never met before, who we can never met, but you know, we look forward to meeting the families and hearing the stories and learning more about them. To my fellow Mud Angels, job well done. It was a great week on the road, right? Yeah. You know, every year during one of our stops, you know, someone will give us a blessing that goes something like, you know, may the road rise up to meet you, may the winds always be at your back, and the sun shine warm upon your face. But you know what? We're Muddy Angels. We conquered the road with our bikes. We created the wind with our pedal strokes. And we were the ray of sunshine for the families that we met along the way. As we prepare to hear the names read one last time this week, I'd ask all the Muddy Angels, please remove the dog tags from around your neck. Hold them tightly in your hand and hold them against your heart. Because while our physical journey will end here this evening, may the memories of all of our honorees forever live within your heart, within your soul. Thank you.
We will now read the names of the fallen who have given so much of their lives to us. Yadira Arroyo, John All III, Mario Bastidas, Jeffrey Bergener, Paul Bissaw, David Blausen, Michael Bolin, Christopher Bosch, Jeffrey, Joe Carmody, James Carney, Marina Charlene, Michael Collins, Roderick Cota, Henry J. Cullen, Casey Cummings.
Jerry Fix Jr., Robert Freeman, Lahiri Garcia, Carls Jr. Godsey, Scott Grace, Frank Hafner, Michael Hahn, Mark Harris, Christopher Harrison, Kai Hermestad, Artie Hope, Ryan Hubbard, Craig Huddleston, John Boyd, Danny Hurley, Richard Jenks,
Bernard Johnson, Peter J. Kelly, Pamela Landers, Christopher Leach, John Letty, Tim McClanahan, Krista McDonald, Danielle McNaught, Yamel Marino, Mrs. Charles Meyer, Jerry Miller, Steve Digger Mize, Corey Moore, Michael J. Murphy, Michael R. Murphy, Misty Nicholson,
Roger Ogburn, MD. James O. Page. Caitlin Purnell. Walter Reisner. Scott Riola. Michael Robinson. Kyle Romero. Jim Schaefer. David Schmid. Matthew Schneck, Howard Allen Schweitzer, Michael Scalafini, Rose Scott, Robin Shaw, Steve Shankman, Michael Smith.
Mary Smith, Crystal Solinger, James Spirelli, Bobby Stewart, Michael Tepe, Edith Torres, Patty Travels, Steve Vaughn, Michael Veda, Robert Vader, Karen Wagner, Jake Walters, Greg Wenzel, Greg Williams, Father, as we come to you at this time to honor these 79 names that have been read once again this week. Father, our hearts hurt. Father, sometimes we don't know the words to say, but you know our hearts, you know our hurts, you know our pains. Just ask that you would put your comforting hands of peace and guidance around us and comfort us, Father. As we honor those this weekend, we ask as family and friends and brothers and sisters in EMS that you comfort us through these days and through the rest of our lives, Father. In your Son's most holy and awesome and precious name, amen.